The security guard being the killer was a terrible twist. You saw him for like one scene, then he disappeared from the movie. They never say what happened to him or anything like that. And he was the only character that they didn't kill off. We saw Presley get killed until later we find out she's still alive when she saves her from the security guard. And Barrett got the crap beat out of him. Taylor was trapped by herself. I don't actually see anything happen to her, because at the end of the movie they're just like, oh yeah, everybody's alive. I'm sorry, what? Barrett got his face smashed into the glass, and he's hanging out of it unconscious. And they even say that his glass all over his face. And his face is like, terrible, so I guess he survived, but his face, is bad now. Kevin, there's like blood everywhere by his book. And like, there's a mile of blood after Presley got attacked. They even say that there's like a bunch of blood, but yeah, later she survives. And none of the characters are really likable, because like I said, the Miss Presley, who kind of dies, but then we find out she's still alive. Later, actually early in the movie, there's something kind of weird that happens with her that is never mentioned. She unlocks Barrett's phone, and she slides through his pictures, and she sees shirtless pictures, but she keeps scrolling and scrolling. It's just a very creepy scene. Yet at the end of the movie, they act like that never happened, and she's just a likable principal that saved Lexi from getting killed. They joke around a bit. She was a bit of an asshole, too. I don't think Barrett was actually diabetic. Maybe he was. It was only mentioned for one scene. But he was like, hey, I need my phone because I have a blood sugar thing. He didn't say that. I just can't remember exactly what he said. But he said he had a blood sugar thing, so he needed to track how much about this and that. And she just throws a piece of candy at him and tells him to suck on that. Oh, and she also just attacks Lexi for having piercings, and then talks about how she wants to murder her and leave her in a bloody crying mess. So if she would have been the killer, I wouldn't have been surprised either. Like, that line was out of pocket. Like, so messed up. But yeah, they end up just acting like she's just a nice principal near the end of the movie. And she threatens the same girl again. They are fine for a little bit. They're joking for a little bit. Then Lexi's rude to her again. And she was like, oh, so we're back to that now. And Lexi's like, mutual respect is boring. And she's like, well, if you keep making comments, you're going to end up in the ER with your friends. Like, holy shit. She might as well have been the killer in this movie. She was a terrible person. But yeah, this movie was crazy. And none of the characters were really likable either. But yeah, that's about it.